There are a couple things that you can think about with the picture taking. One is obviously, and as educators, like what do you want to do with it? What are the things you want to watch? The technology works, yes, and it's fantastic, but what can I actually apply it towards? And so if you look around and see what sort of things people are actually interested in, connections with some of the other departments in your own schools is going to be like prime resources for you. So, obviously I pull heavily from the sciences, so watching seedlings grow from seeds into plants, very exciting. A lot of really cool things happen in the first several days of growth. Watching crystals go from solution, so you have like a solution, a highly concentrated solution that has some like copper sulfate in it, and then you let the water evaporate, you'll start to see crystals form. It's a really beautiful thing. Bacterial growth, it was recommended to me that we get an agar plate and then have someone kiss it so that you get bacteria growing in the shape of lips, which I think would be, again, if it works, really cool. I'm not sure, I'm not going to volunteer for that one. And then decay. So the first thing I tried was to try and get rotting fruit. One of the things I do in my spare time is I judge a lot of science fairs. And with the science fairs, some cool things happen, but one of the more common projects is students will try to show like under what circumstances do bananas rot the fastest. Okay, and usually one bruised banana seems to make the others bruise a little bit faster, so I thought, okay, if I put a few together, one is bruised, the other is not, I should see the others start to bruise over time. And as I was watching that, some things fell out of my control. So I only have like one room in the house where I really have control over the lights, and that's down in the basement. It's also the same room that my wife works in, so she decided she didn't like the smell of rotting fruit anymore, and turned the lights off in that office as she leaves. So as she did, lights went off, and like it changed the pictures I was taking. And so when I did it all as a video, all of a sudden there's a dramatic change, and it's the lighting, and I can't see the things anymore. So when you set these things up, you really got to think about what sort of things are in your control, and how much space are you going to need for the pictures in terms of memory? Are you taking pictures every 10 seconds, every minute? What is most appropriate for what you're trying to do? And those make for really good, really visual projects. As I've been fooling around with this, it seems to me that the camera is probably like the single best gateway drug for getting into things that you can have a computer do. And if there's any aha that I took away with like things from the Raspberry Pi, it's that I'm not using it like I would use like my normal laptop or the home computer. It's something I'm sending instructions to and asking it to do stuff for me while I'm not around. And that's the biggest change for that computer than for me.